Welcome to Piano Video Lessons Year 1, Unit 4. First, a big thank you to my patrons for your continued support. To find out about the benefits of becoming a patron, click the info card. In today's lesson, we're going to be doing a chord study that will make left-hand chords easier to play. Hello everyone, this is video number 58 on YouTube and it's lesson 10 of Unit 4. Click to pianovideolessons.com here in the corner so that you can see how all these lessons fit with each other. And if you're looking for the ebook that goes with Unit 4, you can find it there as well. So, chord study. Yes, well, we've been playing these primary chords of C, F, and G, the three primary chords in the key of C, but we've been playing them in root position every single time, which means a lot of hopping our hand around. And I've told you before that a C chord is the notes C, E, and G played in any combination in any position on the piano. So why do we have to hop to get to it? Well, we don't. So having a look at this transcription of the chords, I've written in the letters to assist you if you don't want to read them. You should be well beyond that by now, but we're mostly just concerned about what these notes are. So here we have C, E, G. C chord, C major. Now to play the 4 chord in the key of C, we need to play the F chord. And the F chord is the notes F, A, and C. Now I could hop, but I've already got C right here on my thumb. And all I need to do to play F and A is open my hand so that the top 2 notes are no longer E and G. Here they were E and G. Here I can open to F and A. Let's go back to the C chord. I can do the same thing on the way to the 5 chord. The feeling of moving from a 1 to a 5 could be this big hop and we're checking the piano to make sure we don't miss. But what we really can do is just go, oh, I already have the 5 is already here. That's the G, and all I need to do now is find B and D. And look, oh, here's D, and look, there's B. So I can just open my hand down 1 note from the 1 chord to take us to the 5 chord. So then we can come back into the 1. So let's try this. We have a 1 chord opening up to a 4 chord, back into a 1 chord, opening down to a 5 chord, and into a 1 chord. Now, I've written these in as Roman numerals because if you were already very comfortable with playing transpositions, you could now take this to the key of F and play these intervals, and you would instantly know the 1, 4, and 5 chords in the key of F. You can try it in the key of G. It might sound funny because there's something that maybe you don't know yet about the key of G, which is right here. Secret surprise, you need to have an F sharp. This is not what this lesson is about. We'll have another lesson on that in Unit 5, where we're going to really dig in on playing with chord harmony and functional chords and using lead sheets. That whole Unit 5 is going to be dedicated to chording. So if you're interested in this and you find it intriguing, there's going to be more to come. Okay, so let's look at the left hand. We start off with the 1 chord. The notes don't change. It's just the hand shape that's a bit different. Now we keep the C to get to this F chord or this 4 chord in the key of C. We want to have F. There it is. And we want A. So we can have all 3 of those, C, F, and A. Then we go back to the 1 chord, and now to get to the 5 chord, we have our G, we have a D here, but let's open to a 3 so that our 5 is comfortable on this B, and then back to 1. So here we go. We have 1, and then 4, 1, and then 5. Back to 1. So you can notice the fingerings I've written in here as well, which is that in the first place we have 1, 3, 5. In the second place here, we're going to open up our right hand to this 4 chord of F, but in the left hand we're only going to open up our thumb. We're going to leave our 2 on the F. We're not going to move the whole hand over. That's a little uncomfortable. This reach here is not as comfortable as creating a reach here, because wow, we can make a really big reach here, whereas here it's not so much. So we have a tendency to make a standard fingering for this second inversion chord. It's called a second inversion chord because it's up into somersaults. Yes. Okay, so using the 2 for the left hand only, then back to the 1 chord. Now for this 5 chord, we're going to use the 2 in the right hand because it's easier just to open this thumb down than it is to move this whole top part of the hand and stretch it. So we'll just move the thumb and the left hand will open the whole thing, again keeping the bigger distance in this part of the hand, and then closing in. So once you're comfortable with the idea of how those move, then we can go back to Amazing Grace. And we can play this using these new combinations of fingerings on these notes. Now these are called voicings because we're changing the order of the notes. If you were singing these with actual human voices, then a different voice would be singing the root or the third or the fifth of the chord in each different placement. So we'll start here, and let's start in root position because we're comfortable on that. And we've got another C chord, another 1 chord. Now to play the F chord, we're just going to move our thumb up. And that was way easier. Oh, we can't talk and play sometimes. That was way easier than hopping. Now I'm going to hop my right hand, another C chord. And for this G chord, remember, open down and back to the C chord. Hop your right to G, F chord. So just open up and C chord, open down to a 5 chord or a G chord. And you can do the same thing we were doing before, which is adding those broken sounding patterns. You could even do other things like play a waltz. This doesn't really suit the song if you ask me, but you know, it's a style. Maybe you want to play it at a country dance and everybody wants to dance to Amazing Grace. You could play it as a waltz. So to do that, I played bottom and then the top 2 notes. So that's just a little something extra. You don't have to do that. Okay, so practice Amazing Grace using your close voicings in the left hand. Close meaning your hand just stays in a close place instead of hopping all over the piano. And in our next lesson, we're going to play Happy Birthday. And we're going to play chords in the left hand. And you may see here that it doesn't tell you which one, so I'm going to teach you how to figure out which chords to play. Awesome. All right, so please click like if this video is helpful. Give me some comments in the comment section, and subscribe for more piano video lessons. Thanks for watching.